everyone, and welcome to the light side. I'm Alice.
I'm Jenna.
And today we are exploring...
So this is the original cemetery that we wanted to investigate that we couldn't make it into because the weather was too bad. So we've waited and now is the time. This wasn't our first pick of places to go today, but fate has led us here. And sorry for like the double cemetery investigation. We wanted to have something else on the menu for today, but it didn't work out. So we're gonna check out this place and see.
And you guys seemed to react well to our last cemetery video, so
they're fun.
Hopefully you enjoy this one just as much. So remember in our previous video how there was a gate here and it said no driving? Well, that has been taken down. The snow is gone. And
it looks like no one's here, so that would be even better. And so we are going to do a drive around first before we get out. I'm going to set up my phone here and we are going to put the Necrophonic on as we drive around and see if anything should happen or if there's any hot spots. That's 11:11! Yay! Alice and I were just talking. This place, we find both of us, it has such a lighter feel to it. I don't know if maybe our preparations coming into here had a lot to do with that, but definitely more of like light-hearted, light feeling. The other place had a very dreary kind of heavy feel to it. Do you find when we went in there, like it had a heavier vibe?
yeah,
for sure.
Very, very different. The other cemetery that we visited felt like the energy felt as though it was of those who had passed on. Whereas here, I don't know if it's the freshness of so many that have been buried very, very recently, but it feels like I'm just in a room full of like very lively people.
Yeah, it seems like everybody here, or for the most part, a good chunk of the people that are here, or the souls that have been buried here, or the energy that's brought into this place is a lot lighter, and there's more good vibes in here, definitely. Mm-hmm. It's a nice place. I like this one.
Me too. I'm really looking forward to turning on this app.
Yeah.
Seeing what it brings.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn on the Necrophonic and we're gonna do a little drive around, but we will film a little bit of it so you can see how it has that glitch effect to it, which is just there for visual effect. It has no, I don't think it has anything to do with the actual.
No.
Yeah. So this will be interesting to see if anything happens.
With the same messages. Lots of people.
Goodness.
Wow.
Definitely
that's
heard
good.
That.
That's what we want. Children.
I heard hi. Oh, nice place. There's a few cars over there.
The man. The man.
That's moaning is not great.
This is much bigger than I was expecting.
I just saw like a flash over there of something.
Ooh. There's just so much activity here.
Well, we're driving too, right? So
that's that flash, you guys. Did you see that? Don't worry, that's just an effect. The voices you were hearing, however, are not.
Yeah. Oh.
Thirsty.
Yeah, that was like a very clear voice. Lots of fresh graves.
This must be
the time of year after winter where burial happens.
Oh, there's the pile of dirt that they're using. Are these
coffins?
They're coffins made of concrete?
I don't know.
Hi.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're here with light and love if anyone has a message. That's very recent.
I'm not gonna show the photo, but there's
Oh, I heard witch.
Ooh.
I wonder what they're doing. Are they fighting?
There's people here, guys, so I'm just gonna hold the camera a little lower. I
I'm
don't
gonna
want
go
them
this
to
way. I don't want.
think that I'm filming them.
Seems like they're talking very actively. It could be a fight. Got older people. There's a few cars there.
Go.
Yeah. It's very interesting in our last video as well, how much we heard in the editing afterwards.
Oh, that was just a little kid.
Where are we going? Where does this go?
We're on like a dirt road now all of a sudden.
We're just following the regular road, but it has brought us here. I don't know where this is going.
Whoa. Guys.
Interesting.
This road just led us to this weird,
Where are
broken
we even
down
going
shed.
here?
Leave.
I would like to point out though, the voices are not as active, and if you film around, we are not near graves right now.
Yeah, like
kind of are off the
they're
beaten
all the way up that hill.
But it is a lot more quiet now than it was when we were going through the graves, so that's interesting.
Yes, when we were going through there was constant activity.
Yeah, I'll go back through, we'll see if it picks up again. We've done a little bit more investigating when it comes to what this app is all about. Not a whole lot, but we've come to find out that it's a bank of vowel sounds, I guess, that spirit energy can manipulate.
To make words.
To make words, yeah. So that is interesting that it's, like, I wasn't quite sure how it worked.
Because it makes full words, sometimes full
Yeah.
sentences.
And in the same voices often, which is cool. So I'm gonna do it again. Actually, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna put the echo on. So what the echo does is when it says a word, it'll echo it maybe once or twice afterwards. So if you kind of miss it the first time, you get to hear it again. I'll try it. I haven't tried it yet.
Why me? Is that what it said? Lots of kids around this part,
Yeah.
this section.
Let me see dates or anything. We just don't want to get out at this moment because of the people that we have seen that are having some type of altercation at our now. What was that? Did you see that?
What?
Wait, stop. Let's rewind. I was watching you because you were filming outside.
Right here.
And I was watching the camera, what you were filming, because I wanted to see what you were filming, and I saw in the camera, far back in the graveyard, like a 6-foot person, like a tall, shapely person, but shiny, like white shining, like if you had a piece of glass that was like glimmering in the sunlight. And I
was filming all this.
Yeah, and I said, holy crap. What is that? I'm like, turn it off, let's go back and see if we got it. All we have now is our word that you have to go on. Like, you
all the time.
Trust us or not, it doesn't matter. We put it in because that's what I saw. I kid you not. Whether it was a trick of the eye or someone or an angel or something, I saw a brightly white lit person shaped in the far back. All we have now is my crazy word to go on.
Dude, no.
That's definitely what it sounded like. Does anybody have any messages for us? We come meaning no harm with light and love. He said light when I said light. It's a busy place.
Use the vowel sounds to make words. You can do it.
Oh, I heard mom again.
Help.
Oh, I didn't hear. Mom? It's another bench.
What is your name?
Come here. That was definitely.
Where are you?
I have a bit of anxiety now.
Where are you? Have you seen the light?
Right?
Are you at peace?
Definitely hearing less children.
Yeah, much less.
Do you find once we start talking, it starts going wild sometimes?
Yeah,
And now that I'm talking, it's not. But
I know.
I wonder if it picks up on what you're saying and it starts to go. You know what I mean?
What would you like to relate us? Are you of light?
Pray. I heard.
What do you want us to pray for?
So this is where I saw. This is the area where I saw that white light, that white being. Gosh, it talks every time I talk. It starts talking.
Do you see anything?
No, not now. It wasn't something I saw with my mind. I saw it with my eyes, and I saw it on your camera.
I just heard it go.
Pretty. Pretty.
So what do you think so far?
It's nice to see that there's different words that are forming this time around.
And very different voices too.
But we're also in the car. We weren't in the car last time.
True.
I don't know if that manipulates it at all. Because I have a lot of doubts. You know what I mean? Like I'm just
About
doubting
apps?
apps a lot. Yeah, like I mean there's a oh apps like this one app has got a lot of ads in between. Like how reliable can that be? I'm not too sure.
We're really sorry guys that we're back in the car. We were sitting on that bench. There was a family that was coming to visit a loved one that was right beside that
where
bench.
you were sitting. Like what are the odds
of the entire graveyard. So that's where they wanted to be or needed to be at that time, which happened to be where we were. So we're back in the car. We feel like this is the safest, most respectful place to be at this time because this graveyard has been so visited today since we've been here.
So it might be a shorter video than our other videos, and we didn't get a chance to, you know, use some of the equipment we wanted to use and stuff, but being respectful to the families is more important. So we'll put out whatever footage we happen to get. We're gonna give it another round or two with this Ghost Radar app.
We will put the names of both of the apps that we've been using in the description.
Yes, and so far using this app we have received the words Latin and India, which using this app previously I have never gotten those words. So we'll drive very slowly.
And where you see this glow here is supposedly like the dots are supposed to mark where there is
spirit activity. Particular. Where there is a particular spirit activity.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah. I don't know how reliable that part is. I mean, who's to say how reliable any of this is, but especially when we're driving.
Nope, we're getting some more particular activity.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh wow. They're like, instead of green dots, they're like glowing yellow lights.
Appearance.
Huh. They do appear to be different, these dots.
I think green would be like less intense, and then yellow, and then red is the more intense, maybe.
We did the best that we could for you guys today while still being respectful to the people that we're visiting.
Hopefully going through when I'm editing, I see a little bit more that we can elaborate on. I don't know, we'll have to go through and see what we've got. It'll be a shorter video, but I mean, it's better than nothing. Alice and I are pretty busy this week. We've got some stuff we gotta do, and it's a long weekend, so we wanted to put something out. So
yeah.
And
I feel like a lot of words came through that we'll see later during editing. That was my text sound.
Okay. What I will do is we will say our closing energy cleansing off camera, and then we will find a cute little place out of the graveyard to sit, and we will film our what happened to you this week.
Yes, because we know you're so looking forward to seeing that. We know.
So we'll see you in a couple minutes, which will be like 1 second for you guys. And we're back.
Hello.
So now we will film the what happened to you this week. All right, so you're first.
So this week was a little less eventful than usual. I have a friend of mine staying with me, and I just find less things happen when she's around in the way of the paranormal. However, I've been really channeling my claircognizance lately and really like working on that, and I'm finding I've been interrupting a lot of people recently, telling them what I think they're about to say and I'm right, or just being able to like at least think it and try not to interrupt them. But then I've been really quick about that lately, which is cool, like just knowing what people are going to tell me, knowing what people are going to say, knowing what they're thinking, things like that. But honestly, unfortunately, I haven't really experienced a lot of paranormal things this week. Here's hoping for next week.
Okay, so for myself for this week, the first thing was I attended an event last weekend. This should have been on our last video, but I forgot about it. And a friend of mine is a real estate agent, and he was off mingling with other people, and I had mentioned to his wife he's making some deals and he's gonna end up coming home with 3 separate deals tonight, kind of jokingly. And then I saw him a few days later and he was like, do you remember telling my wife that I was gonna come home with 3 deals? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I came home with 3 deals, you were totally right. So that's one. The second one was I was kind of cleaning my home and moving some stuff around this week, and I was carrying a bunch of stuff, and I was like, this is so boring, like I hate doing all this stuff. I was just dreading it. And as I walked into the kitchen, I heard one of my daughters on her show, it was a cartoon, and it had said like very loudly, it was like, oh well, this is just what psychics do.
Oh my god.
And I was like, yeah, I guess. And then later that day, actually, I was putting some stuff on a shelf really high up, and I felt someone touch me, kind of grab me at the sides here, and it startled me enough that I kind of jumped and I had to grab the ladder. And it's like, I don't know who or what, or for what reason that happened, but I made note of that.
Cool.
And then last night, I was peeing on the toilet, and
everybody pees.
yeah. And suddenly I was just like, oh no, if I look to my left, there's gonna be a pretty big spider. And I did, and there was, and I jumped. 1, because there was a big spider, but 2, because I was so right. I just knew exactly where it was gonna be and what it was gonna look like, and it scared the crap out of me. But yeah, so those are my like 4 little things this week that happened to me. Okay, so thanks for coming along with us on this little mini video. I guess it's probably not going to be as long as the other ones, but thanks for sticking with us if you stuck till the end. And remember that if you like our content, to like and subscribe and click that notification bell so that you get informed when we post new things.
And if you heard anything when we were using either app that we didn't hear, I'd love if you could comment it down below.
Yeah, so thanks again for watching, and until next time, bye.
Hey, I know that we just said bye, but we just came back out of the woods to Jenna's car.
That's not
this Bluetooth thing on her vehicle.
It's connected to my phone. We get in the car and it said, it quickly like had a male voice come through, almost like someone turned the radio on and off. But I have the radio off. It sounded like it said leave.
It was like, leave.
Yeah, and then so I pressed play. I thought maybe it's just part of the song.
Now oh my god, it's working now! No!
Every time I pressed play,
the radio wouldn't
come on.
So many times.
The radio was not coming on every time I pressed play. Oh, that's so weird. And then we thought maybe it was the app. The apps are still open on my phone, which I've just closed now, but they're not running. It sounded like the Necrophonic app was coming through, but then every time I pressed play on the radio, it wasn't playing. The radio wouldn't come on. Now it's working.
Weird. Anyway.
Interesting.
Very. See you later.